Yo, good morning, guys. I'm gonna be whispering because there are people sleeping here. Let me post this on X quick. So, if you guys didn't know, we do have a set of red folder news this morning, so we should get a data candle set up. By the way, if you can't hear me, let me know. You should be able to, but if we look at the calendar, we have unemployment claims at 8:30, and then we have PMI at 9:45. I don't know if the 8:30 move is going to give us anything, but it might, and because of that, I'm going to go live for it. We're about to inverse this 4-hour, which could potentially bring us up to this right here. Alright. And then we have new week opening gaps above as well. It is a tough situation to be in, I won't lie. Let me just see something quick. When did we take out this high? Go to the 5. It was right at the end of the day yesterday, or on Tuesday. Guys, Tesla went crazy yesterday after hours, like absolutely ballistic. Bitcoin is back up, or at least it's trying to get back up, bouncing from this daily fair value gap that we called. I wouldn't say we necessarily called it, but we just added it to our charts. We wicked down pretty heavily. We didn't test this daily, but we did test the IFVG, which is a good sign that we're seeing strength out of it, right? But yeah, guys, if it's a good setup this morning, in 6 minutes, we will be done for the day. However, if it's not, I will sign off this morning, and then I will come back at 9:45 because, yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. From what I'm seeing right now, I mean, if you guys look at the hourly chart, we did have a rebalance of this 4-hour and this order block. This is an hourly, a 4-hour. We're getting a huge reaction out of it, which tells me that we're potentially rebalancing and reversing up to this high, and then potentially up to the daily fair value gap high. So there's definitely some possibilities here. But again, in 5 minutes we have that unemployment claims data. Again, it doesn't have to be huge, but this is the only day of the week that I'll be trading with the live account. I think there's going to be some good bullish PA today because of what happened with Tesla yesterday. If you guys look, we're at 244. We have all this LRLR that is yet to be tapped, so I think all of this is going to get run at some point. So we have an unbalanced fair value gap up here and up here. I mean, they're slightly rebalanced, but not fully. So I think all this is going to get run this morning. At minimum, I think we're going to 247 on Tesla, and then probably up to 251. I think we're going to have a huge run on Tesla, guys. I think we're going to go all the way up to 300, 315 by the end of the year, if not earlier. That is what I'm seeing personally. So that's that. We got 4 minutes, guys, until the unemployment claims come out. My guess, I mean, again, it doesn't have to be huge. We do have all these order blocks that have formed here supporting price. And we do have, on the 5-minute, we do have an unbalanced, we have all this buy side up here, and we have an unbalanced 5-minute and a 3-minute. On the 3-minute, it looks a little smaller. Well, not that much smaller, but it still starts in the same place. So your target would be that minimum to low, which is at 246.25. But again, we need to see a setup to get up there. If we don't get it, then it's not a good thing. But give me a second, guys. I will be right back. All right, what's up, guys? So we got less than 30 seconds until the news release. Again, it's just unemployment claims. However, in my experience, I have seen unemployment claims take us with, we can get some big moves with it. It doesn't have to be, but it's worth a shot for me to take, especially because not a lot of eyes are on it. So when that happens, there tends to be decent PA. Keep in mind we do have equal lows right here, so we could get maybe a potential setup below these two lows, and then we could get a bullish setup to continue higher. Okay, nice data candle here. So we have a data high and a data low here, guys. Again, this is an eval account that I've been running up. You guys have been following this account. It's that 188004. We brought it from 49 to 51,673. Hopefully we can get it higher. Again, we're aiming to get it to 53. But yeah, this looks like a decent move here so far. What I'd like to see is us come down and take out this low and potentially these equal lows, and then continue higher and potentially balance this 5 minute, which I think we're going to get to today. What are these green lines here? Am I missing something? I don't know what these are, but we'll just let them be. Okay guys, so basically what this setup is, it's one of my bread and butter setups. When you get a data candle or a news candle, you wait for one of the levels to get targeted and then you go for the opposite. So in this case, I would want, ideally, because I'm bullish on the day, that's my bias, I want to see this data low get swept, and then I want to see this low get swept, and then see a nice IFBG setup to get up to these equal, to get up to this unmitigated 5 minute for value gap. So again, guys, we'd want to see a big push down, and then we'd want to see an inverse to go up. Did we make any equal highs here? I doubt it, but let's check. No, we did not. At least not on the 1 minute. We're also rejecting from a new week opening gap. Just a heads up, guys. So hopefully we get a setup this morning. Again, this will be a cash and funded account day, and it will be an eval as well, because I'm trying to run this up. You guys have been following this eval, so you know I brought it from 49,700 to 51.6, just a few weeks, not even, maybe a week and a half. And I will keep allowing you to follow this as we grow it to 53. But again, I'm going to mark out this low, right? We're going to mark it as the data low, and then this is the data high. So we're waiting, ideally, because we're bullish, we're waiting for the data high to get, the data low to get taken first. We want this data low taken first to get a setup to go up. That is the theory right now. Sorry guys, I'm just reading some of the comments on some of my videos. People are hilarious. So guys, no setup yet, sadly. I don't know if there was something on the 15 or the 30, but nothing here that I would take. So we can just sit and watch it. Again, I'm hoping for a rejection from this new week opening gap to take us lower and then higher. But so far, it looks like we're probably going to hit the high first. And I don't know if I would want to look for a short setup based on the reaction from Tesla yesterday. I'm very bullish on the day. Now, we don't have any equal highs that form, so that's obviously not, there's not like an excellent target, but I do think that the target is going to be up. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to post this to X. Okay, and again, there's no setup right now, guys, so I can't even take anything. Yo, who's in the chat? Who's up early? Anybody that I know? Yo, what's up, Bob? That's annoying, guys. So we did have this 1 minute order block that formed, and we're probably going to push up the data highs now, but again, I can't take it. Needed a setup, and ideally my logic here, my thesis was a trade down to the data lows to continuous higher. I don't know, I might try a short. So what I would need to see for a short, guys, this liquidity needs to be swept. Ideally, we'd get to the top of the new week opening gap, and then this would be an obvious IFVG, and then we could go down. That's a potential setup, but again, right now my thesis is bullish. I wanted to see these perfect equal lows get swept, and then maybe a retest of the sell side. We don't really have to. I'll actually delete this. Doesn't really matter. But I wanted to see a sweep of these data lows and equal lows to continue higher up to this 5 minute. That would be the thesis. Let's see what Enphase is doing on the day. Okay, so my swing trade on this is going to be the stop for the setup is a weekly close below 79. So we'll have to manage that and see if we have to close the trade or not. But again, this is really annoying because there's no setup for me here. Normally these 8:30 unemployment claim setups are not bad, so sad that we haven't gotten it yet. Now, if we come down now and leave this internal high here, that would be really nice for a long later on in the day. But again, if we're bullish here, this 1 minute order block should support price to go higher. Okay, I like that this is getting a rejection here. I'm hoping to see this inverse down to data lows. That would be a very nice setup to get back up to data highs. Okay, very nice so far. Let me look at the 2-minute. Okay, guys, so yeah, I think this might be a sweep of this low and then this low based on what I'm seeing here. However, if we get a 1-minute close above here, I will take this long. This is a great setup. My stop will, I'll take profits here and then I will leave a runner up to here. That's what I think is going to happen here. Yeah, no dedicated traders. Only a few dedicated traders will wake up at this time. And it's funny because a lot of people are on the East Coast and they still don't wake up for this stuff, which is pretty shocking to me. Or I just have a bad audience and I'm not a good marketer. But again, we just started streaming a few weeks ago, so. Yeah, guys, this looks like we're gonna go down to this low and then this low. On the 3, no, we don't really have any fair value gaps, guys. But if we inverse this one, again, I think that will take us up to the highs. Hopefully we get a sweep of at least this low, but I want to see these two optimally. Okay, pretty decent reaction out here. Again, we don't have to sweep this low, but I'm still inclined to believe that these equal lows will be swept. Hopefully. Now, if we get a very bullish candle above here, then I'll have no choice but to long with one contract. However, if we get a sweep of these two lows first, I'll take a 2-contract position. TP right now is not huge, it's 335 bucks from here, but the entry would be somewhere here, so it'd be like a $215 trade. We also have a 2-minute, but it's really small. But this looks good, guys. But we have to see a close above, remember. So far, there has been no close above. And this is not A+ because we didn't really sweep anything. However, we did sweep quite a bit of internal sell side on this data candle wick, so it's allowable to take this trade. So again, so far no bullish reaction above this fair value gap. No bullish body close, but what I'd really like to see is this be the rejection FEG, the bearish FEG, to bring us down to this data low. But again, guys, nothing is traded. If this inverses, I'll take it long. Otherwise, I will do nothing until I see something that I like. Okay, so right now the bearish leg is being respected. It's like a mini sell program, hopefully down to this data low. So that's good. And until we get a sell program down to here, which is the optimal trade, then we'll look for the longs. But again, guys, if this 1 minute gets swept with a body close above, that's a long entry. But so far, what I would like to see is this mini sell model, this 1 minute fair value gap, act as a rejection block to get us down to this data low. Not a rejection block in the sense that ICT talks about, but just a rejection fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap to bring us down. At minimum to take out this internal low, but again, data lows down here and equal lows right here are the optimal place to go before continuation higher. And if we look at the daily candle, well, it is a bullish daily candle, but at minimum you'd want to see like a wick down, a wick up, kind of like this data candle, but it doesn't have to be that way because of the bullish reaction yesterday morning. But again, guys, I think this is going to be a short from here. I think this is going to reject us. Again, not something that I would trade. There's no model, but I just have to, that's just my bias and what I expect to see. Just because you expect to see something doesn't mean you take a trade. This is what a lot of people don't realize and why a lot of people lose money. Just because you expect to see something doesn't mean it's an area to take a trade. It just is a further support of your bias to whatever you're looking to get. So in my case, this is the bearish fair value gap holding down price. So once we close above it, that is going to be a entry to take up to this data high. And again, it's going to be even more likely to happen if we take out this data low and these equal lows first. So that's what people don't understand. And we'll probably even form another fair value gap somewhere lower, which gives you an even better RR and a better profit on your trade. So is anybody looking for a long here as well? Or are you guys just watching? This, again, I've told you guys this before, this is the only day of the week that I'm trading with a cash account. I have been trading on evals. And one setup I took, I believe on Tuesday, was a funded account setup. And that was not live. I'm not trying to persuade and help traders trade on low probability days. But because of my experience with certain setups, I will take something on a funded account if I see it being high probability enough. But this is the day I'm telling you guys, it's the only red folder news of the day, of the week. So this is the only day I'm taking with cash accounts. But again, this is that evil account that I was telling you guys about that you will see on the screen. We brought this from 49,700 to 51,600. So again, guys, I want to see a bearish reaction here as well. I don't want to see bullish here, especially because we just left this internal low as well. I want to see some more liquidity get swept first to the downside before we go up. Okay, so nice reaction so far. You guys can maybe, if you want, scalp down to this low. I think that's going to hit. This is also a 1 minute order block forming here. But again, nothing I would take personally. If you really want to scalp, you can try it, but not great RR in my opinion. And should get swept right now. And come on. Sweep the low. So again, guys, it is allowable just to sweep this low and go up, but to really size with this type of trade, I would want to see it go all the way down to data lows and potentially equal lows, form a fair value gap there. So it would look something like this if I draw a pathway. sweep the data lows, potentially sweep the equal lows, and then we get a setup form here to go higher, right? And a fair value gap form in here that we close above like this. And then, I mean, we could potentially trade a little slightly lower than it, but it would look something like this. If you guys want to screenshot that so you understand what's going on here with the equal lows, fair value gap, close above it, retest, and continuation, you can, but that is what it looks like. Yo, who's up early today? Of the 2 people that's in this chat. I know Bob is, but who else is here? Do I know you or no? Are you looking for a trade live like Bob is? Bob is looking to go along with me. So again, guys, optimally, we want to see this data low get swept first. However, if we do get a strong bullish 1 minute here, you can definitely take that long, and I will on a live account and on a eval and on a cash account. Funded and cash, not, I mean, they're all live accounts, but, and you can see obviously that the market is live, and if you're following the market, you know that this is what's happening right now, so. Oh, FIFA Russ, bro. Are you a FIFA fan? Me and Bob both play FIFA. And yeah, we're definitely looking for longs here, but again, we want this data low to sweep first. It's honestly so surprising, not surprising, but it's so good to be, like, how many people I've met just trading live that trade NQ or trade futures. It's pretty crazy. Like, when you meet people in person, there's very few people that I know that even trade stocks, let alone the niche futures market. So guys, I think we're going to go down to this data low here. Again, I'm not trying to take this trade, but because it's not optimal, I'm looking for a long setup, but I want to see this get taken first to continue higher. It's so funny. I posted some shorts the other day, and there's some people talking shit that don't understand how to trade an IFVG model. And you just try to explain it to them, and they still talk smack, and it's like, you know, it's hard to try and convince people of something, and it's such a waste of time. But at the end of the day, you can make money, and they won't, so it is what it is. Yo, FIFA Russ, do you actually play FIFA? Okay, so decent bullish reaction here. This 1 minute long does not look bad, and your stop to break even would be at this high, but we want to see a close above here. If you want a lower risk long, this would be it, but again, I still think these data lows are going to get taken, so I'll only take this long once we get above this 1 minute fair value gap, and that's just me. Oh. Why is your name FIFA Russ? Did you used to play FIFA when you made the username for the account? Okay guys, so we should probably sweep this internal high here because of this fair value gap, but at minimum this one. But again guys, I want this data low taken, and I want these equal lows taken. So I won't take this long unless I see a strong bullish reaction above this 1 minute, which is what's really holding down price. Did these just form equal highs here? It did. Yeah, bro. FIFA 2018, those are the days. I used to play that in college a lot. Alright, so lack of displacement here. Ideally, I'd want to see this get inverse, this bullish fair value gap, to continue lower here. But if we're bullish here, this 1 minute fair value gap should support price to drive us higher. Look at the 2 minute. Yeah, nothing on the 2, nothing on the 3. But let's see how we react here to this 1 minute fair value gap. I really want to see it close below. Really, really do. Because again, I want these equal lows first before continuation higher. FIFA Russ, do you trade, how long have you been trading NQ for? And do you trade anything else? Okay, very nice bearish reaction here. So if you guys want to try a short, this honestly isn't bad to the lows. In fact, I'm going to try it. What? Profit order? What the hell just happened? I'm going to sell one here. And my stop to break even will be here, and my final TP will be the data low. And I'm having my stop right here. So I might get stopped on this, but again, I'm okay with that. But I want to see this low get swept, and then my stop will get moved to break even. Okay, I'm going to move my stop there. And hopefully we can target this data low. Again, I'm totally fine with getting stopped to break even here. That's totally fine. But in theory, we should continue down here to this data low. And if we get really close, like right here, maybe I'll sell the position just a few ticks below. So very nice so far, 135 bucks on the day. And this is going to create a cushion for our longs later. In fact, guys, I am going to take the trade off. I'll let it run. So this will create a cushion for the trade later on in the day, if it goes down. If it doesn't, then it doesn't, but. Okay, nice so far. All right, guys, I'm taking the trade off right here. So we have a cushion of about 200 bucks for the day. And once we get a sweep, so there's the data low right there to the tick. Very nice. And now our equal lows are potentially coming here. So look, guys, we should be able to form a fair value gap within that, that pathway that I drew earlier. Again, these equal lows don't have to hit, but I would like them to hit. So this account now is up to almost 52,000, so that's nice. Again, this was the 1 minute inverse that was beautiful, taking out an internal high. So that was a great trade. But again, I've seen this instance where the sell side doesn't get tapped and we just go higher. So that's why I closed the trade early for just 200 bucks rather than the full like $300 take profit. Did anybody take this short with me? Anyone take that 1 minute IFVG? Again, it was a buy side liquidity raid up here, and then a 1 minute inverse to drive us down to data lows. If you guys didn't take that, that was really good. Bob says yas. Good stuff, Bob. Good stuff, man. But again, guys, I still want lower here, and then I would like to see a setup long. Again, I'm not taking a short here because it's not optimal, but I expect it to happen. You guys have to learn the difference between an expectation of a trade and taking a trade. Let's look at the 2 and the 3 quick. If this 2-minute inverses, guys, right here, I will take a long. And my stop to break even will be here, and I will target data highs. And then if I decide to take 2 contracts, I'll leave a runner up to this 5-minute buy side liquidity. But again, I really, really, really would prefer these equal lows get taken out before the setup forms. Okay, so far a nice bullish reaction. Yeah, a lot of people skip out on this day. The unemployment claims typically makes a good run. So like this 1-minute FVG was a super nice short. Nobody except for Bob took it, huh? Do you guys trade NQ? Do you guys trade fair value gaps? What is your model? How do you guys trade? And guys, once this 1-minute fair value gap closes above, this is going to be a really nice long too. So you could try it on the 2 if you want, which would be right here. But really you'd want to wait for the 1 in my opinion, because that's what's holding down price right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. I trade weekly profiles. I've heard about weekly profiles, but I don't really know what it is. Oh, are you talking about ICT weekly profiles? Like when Tuesday makes the high of the week or whatever, Thursday makes the low of the week, that kind of thing? Yo, Benoj, good morning, brother. Benoj, you just missed a really good short setup. We took buy side right here by a tick, 1-minute IFVG, closed below right here, short down to data lows. I took it a little bit early because I know sometimes we don't sweep the low entirely, but that's just me. And now we have a cushion for potential longs once this 1-minute closes above. Of course, Benoj missed the trade. Yeah, FIFA Russ for sure, bro. Yeah, I mean, I do like weekly profiles in that sense, but I don't know. I don't really find actionable setups that way, but I'm sure you have something if you continue to trade it. Pinoj, you gotta show up earlier, bro. Oh, morning school madness. That's right, that's right. You have responsibilities, unlike some of us. Ugh. 2-minute FEG at 23.75. Let's look at the 2-minute. $23.75. Oh, this little 2-minute. So here's the thing to note, Benoj. This 2-minute looks decent, don't get me wrong. But the reason I wouldn't take it is because we have equal lows right here. That's my target, to be honest. Now, they don't have to hit, but the best setup, in my opinion, is going to form if we get a sweep of these and then continuation. So I drew this pathway earlier. But yeah, you're right. There is a 2-minute there, but what I ideally want to see is maybe a rejection from this 2. We come down, sweep this, form a fair value gap here, and then we continue higher. So the fair value gap, in theory, should form here. We'd close above it. But right now, this looks like we're going to reverse because we took sell side. But again, this would be optimal. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But if this 1 minute closes above, I like longs. Yeah, 23.66 is the strongest point. Also, FIFA Russ, are you on Twitter, on X? If you do, follow me, bro. I'll follow you back. I always want to connect with people that are trading NQ because you don't find a lot of people doing it. I mean, there are a lot on X, don't get me wrong, but like people that live stream or live trade NQ in reality are few and far between. Okay, so this 1 minute, if we inverse this, guys, again, it's not the best RR, but your stop to break even would be right here at this internal high. Oh, but no, you're posting. Yeah, sorry, bro. I don't get notifications when people post. You have to tag me, but again, this is not just for me, so. But yeah, this is definitely a good area. Okay, guys, this looks like a really good long, but again, we haven't closed above yet, so I can't take it. On the 2 minute, we close above this fair value gap at 908. So the R is a little bit better, but again, 1 minute fair value gap is what's holding down price, so I wouldn't take this until we got to close above here. Yeah, follow me on X, FIFA Russ, and I'll follow you back because I like to follow traders that trade NQ. And I don't meet many that trade weekly profiles, so that's definitely a tough one to trade. So props to you for doing that. When we are not in a trade, they will bounce from weaker FEGs. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Binoche. Okay, so still no 1 minute close above here, but the 2 minute did close above. So in theory, this should drive us up here. But again, this is not something I would take personally because of the fact we have 1 minute here. I'd want to see the 1 minute close above first. We'll probably miss this trade if I'm being honest. If we just get a big bullish candle here, then there's no setup for me. But this is in theory a market structure shift, which should bring us higher. So if this closes above, I would expect to see this 1 minute close above. And once this closes above, I will take a long up to data highs. Meaning the bounce from 23.75. Oh, yeah, when we're not in a trade, huh? Again, I want these equal lows, so that's why I'm also, when I see these equal lows here, it makes me skeptical to take this type of a 2 minute IFEG, just from experience. It doesn't always work. That's why I'm waiting for the 1. Because this is the bearish PD area that's holding down price. And if it does break above, then this internal high should get swept. But again, right now, this might not be a decent IFEG down to equal lows, but nothing I would take. I already took one short. We're already in discount of this general range here. So I'm not trying to go short. I'm looking for longs in the discount of the range, right? What is the range here? Take a Fibonacci, high to low. This is the premium and discount level of the range. And if we, I think I have a setup here, yeah. So premium, discount, right? You always want to be longing in the red zones and shorting in the green zones, unless it's AAA plus like this one where we tapped premium and then we rejected. That's why I took this short also, guys. But yeah, I'm expecting this to potentially bring us down here. Anybody in a short right now? After I just told you you shouldn't be in a short because we're in discount of the range. You can be honest. If you're in a short, you can tell me. Because we do have equal lows here, like I said. I want these lows to get taken, form an inverse fair value gap here, close above it, and then bring us higher to data highs. But this is going to be my target for the day, and then I'll leave a runner up to this 5-minute fair value gap that is unbalanced. If you guys want to see what that looks like, it's right here. Right, this 5-minute fair value gap is unbalanced. We have internal buy sides here that haven't been swept, so. And again, I'm extra confident with bullishness potentially later today because of the reaction we got from Tesla yesterday. I think that that's going to drive the markets higher, or at least the algorithms, whatever you want to call it. But right now, if you're just tuning in, again, we're waiting for a sweep of these equal lows to go higher. Now, if this 1-minute inverses right here, we will still go long. We don't have to, we're not going to marry these equal lows. But the best setup, I'm telling you right now, with the most movement is going to form after these lows are swept. That's my opinion on it. So is anybody in a short here? This technically is a setup. It's a 1-minute inverse. But again, I would never take this. I already took this one, and we're in discount of the range. So it doesn't make sense to take a short here. This is the 8:30 level. Where's midnight? Wow, midnight's all the way down here. So I don't think we're going to hit midnight, but let's see if we get the negative reaction here, or the bearish reaction that I'm expecting. Again, guys, just because you expect something doesn't mean you take a trade. There's no A+ model here that I'm taking. This might be an A+ model for you. For me, it's not. This fair value gap is too small. We already had a short down to data lows. No reason to take this short. Just because I expect these equal lows to get hit doesn't mean they have to get hit. And I will switch my bias immediately if we trade above this 1-minute fair value gap. And it's even stronger because we're forming a 1-minute OB here. And we have a cushion on the day because we just had a successful trade down to this data low. We took it a little early, but regardless, we still got some cushion here. Now, I don't know if we're going to get this set up because it might hit our target before the inverse closes above, but we will be ready to take it regardless. And again, if this closes above here, guys, your stop to break even should be immediately at this internal high. And then if we get lucky, we'll be able to get a run all the way up to data highs. I don't like that this 2-minute closed above and below, so that's a little bit of a red flag, but we have a cushion, so I'm willing to risk it. Okay, so this looks okay so far. Let's see if we get a trade entry. Okay, I'm in, guys, right there. I'm probably going to get stopped on this trade, realistically. I mean, your stop to break even should be here. But we're going to move our stops to break even really quick once this high gets swept. And we're probably going to get stopped out on this trade, if I had to guess, but that's okay. So we're up 40 on it. Okay, so I'm moving my stop to break even here, guys. I'm probably going to get stopped out on this trade. I'm just being honest, but if we get lucky, we should just continue to drive higher here. So right now it's a free trade for me, but again, we should get stopped on this just based on how high up this entry was. Right, and I'm not taking any profits until I get at least 10 points, which is up here at 412. So get ready to be fully expect this to be a break-even trade. And there's a stop out. Even though I think this continues, guys, that's part of my model, right? I'm not going to let a trade go against me, especially when there's equal lows below me, be very cautious with longs. So that is part of the game. Again, I would say about 20-25% of my trades go to break even. About 10% are losses, and about 70%, 65%, give or take, are wins. So it's part of the model, it's part of what I expect to happen. And let's see if that helps me, right? If this is going to be a savior that I stop the break even, which looks like it might be so far, or if it goes without me. So far, it is not. Actually, guys, this is a decent short. Now, again, I would never take this because we swept data lows, but we just did take this internal high by a tick. And now we're inversing 2 bullish PD arrays in just 2 candles, which tells me that we might be driving down to these equal lows. Again, we need to see a close below this 1 minute for this short to make sense. Is anybody going to try and take this short after a sweep of this internal buy side? You guys see why I move my stop to break even now? Because I know these equal lows are here, and that is the ultimate target. So I'm not just going to let this trade run and hope and pray it's going to go up when I know that we can easily come down here. Yeah, so I'm not going to act like there's a lot of these dudes on X. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Romeo or Day or Dave Teaches FX. These motherfuckers act like they know exactly what's going to happen in the market. And I'm telling you right now, they have no idea. They don't know what's going to happen. The reason that we set stop losses on trades is because we aren't sure that what's going to happen. Of course, you have days where you're 99% certain of something on a setup. But like right here, nobody knows that this high is going to get swept and then we're going to reject or not. That's why you have to move your stop to break even on a model. If you think Romeo knows when a turtle soup is actually going to work, he doesn't. He's a scammer. But that's a whole different story. I'm not here to talk shit, but there are some people that are just idiots that pay for courses that are just like crazy. I don't know. He just like seems like a bad person to me. But yeah, the point is that no trader knows if this internal high is going to be rejected, and my model allows me to take a free trade up to it and then move my stop to break even. Is anyone in this short? Again, so far we are holding these 2 bearish PD arrays that have now turned into an inverse. If this 1 minute inverses, guys, I think that's also a good long up to at least this 1 minute. But we also have this 1 minute fair value gap, right? Hold on. It's really small, but we did reject from it. Just a forewarning, look at the bodies of these candles. See how we held the fair value gap? We rejected. If this 1 minute inverses right here, this 2 set, after coming out of a bullish 1 minute and holding an IFEG, that would be a good long setup too, in my opinion. So if we close above here, right here with a body close, I would consider taking that long. I think that's a good setup, especially because we're holding an inverse and we're bouncing out of a bullish 1 minute, and our target is up here. But again, you have to be wary of these equal lows. So when you take a trade like this, your stop should be moved to break even immediately. So far, we're rejecting it though. So we haven't closed above yet, so there is no trade entry. Anybody want to take this short? Don't be shy. If you want to take it, you can say it in the chat. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's A+. But once we close below this fair value gap right here, that's supporting price, I think it's pretty good. Again, I wouldn't do it because we're in discount and we've already taken data lows. However, I do still think this is going to hit if we get this inverse. So I'm going to delete this again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the two fair value gaps that are holding up price right now. If we close below them, you can move your stop to break even once we hit this internal low and hold all the way down to equal lows. How's Tesla doing pre-market? Up to 244, crazy. Bitcoin, wow, perfect bullish reaction out of the daily. That's very nice. Daily fair value gap right here. I think we're going to all-time highs soon, very soon, guys. I think we're in a big buy model that's stalling because, I don't know, the election or the algorithm, the market makers are holding it back. I don't know yet. But how's gold doing? Gold with a bullish reaction out of this, wow. This looks like it's going up to at least this fair value gap right here, right? Something that we need to rebalance. But yeah, guys, this looks like a decent short. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't look bad at all. But again, I would never take this because we're in discount of the range, right? What does that mean? From high to low, 50% is around here. So we're in discount of the range and we've already swept internal sell side. So what are the odds that we continue down? Not as high. But again, the only reason I'm even considering or talking about shorts is because of these equal lows. And if we get the sweep of them and then we get an IFEG here, the RR is going to be so much better. If you guys just look at this, the RR on this trade will be almost a 5-to-1. That's crazy. So you're risking $1 to make 5. So this is going to be AA plus if we get it, in my opinion. By the way, I'm going to start recording this. Whoops. Alright, so again, I'm aiming for these equal lows, just so I can say it for the recording. Once we sweep them, if we get an inverse here, there'll be a really nice minimum 5-to-1 RR trade up to these data highs. And then if you really want to hold for runners, you're looking at a 8-to-1 RR trade, which is pretty insane. So I'm just saying this for the record, so you guys can see on the recording if we get the setup, how insane that will be. But do you guys see how I know what to expect beforehand? So even before a trade forms, I'm very, very aware of what it's going to look like and what I'm going to take. So if you guys want to be more profitable, learn a model where you've seen it so many times that you know what to expect before it happens. Notice I didn't say know what's going to happen, what you expect to happen. Right? There's many times where I'm wrong about what I expect is going to happen, but when a model follows what actually happens, I'll take that trade every single time. So I hope that makes sense. Just because I expect something, I'm not taking a trade based off of it, but if what I expect comes true and the model forms where I want it to, it's just even more confluence that I'm in sync with the market and that I'm taking a good trade. I hope that makes sense. Guys, is anybody in a trade right now, or are you waiting like me? Are you being patient, or are you guys looking for something right now? So again, we just swept this low and we do have a bullish reaction. If we get a close above this 1 minute here and this 1 minute, I think that's a good trade along. I will put aside I'm not going to marry these lows, right? I'm not going to marry them, but I do still want them to hit. I like that this wicked here, but we need to see continuation down. So again, guys, I'm going to not marry these lows, but if we do get a 1 minute candle or 2 1 minute candles that close above both of these fair value gaps, at minimum, I will hold it back up to this 1 minute. Wow, look at this, guys. So we have 5 minutes till market open. That was a big candle. I don't know what happened there. Also, guys, one thing to note, we do have news at 9:45, we have PMI. So be careful with that. If the setup doesn't form before PMI, then we're not going to take. If the setup forms very close to 9:45, which is in 20 minutes, then we might hold off until after PMI. But let's see what setups form, right? Wow, time flies. I didn't even realize that it's been almost an hour. And I don't like that we're going to be sweeping these lows right as market opens. That's not ideal, I'll be honest. I'd rather it happen later. But let's see what we get. But this was a beautiful candle. Like I said, guys, no really bullish setups formed here. This woman, it never came to fruition. So I think this is going down to here now. Equal lows. Again, guys, perfect equal lows. If you don't know what that means, on NQ right here, we have two lows that are perfectly equal. So the market is likely to drive price down to the equal lows, and then from there, we should get a setup up to the data highs. But again, I don't like that this is forming right at market open. I don't like taking trades within the first 15 minutes of market open. There's a lot of manipulation that happens that is not ideal. But let's see what we get. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions here. Okay, guys, so nice reaction so far. And here, look at this. The IFEG seems to be forming right here. See this? I want to see a big down close candle here, and I want it to hold to form the fair value gap. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And there it is. We didn't quite sweep it yet. Wow, guys. We left triple equal lows here. We need to see this dump. And this is that fair value gap on the 1. So this looks really good, guys. At minimum, you can hold it up to this internal high. But let's see what we get. What's Tesla doing? Wow, Tesla's not even dropping. It's so strong. Do you guys see that? How the market NQ is dumping, yet Tesla is rallying. So guys, I fully expect to see a bullish reversal here, but again, it's right at market open, so this is very tough to take, I'm not gonna lie. But I want to see how we open here. I should have taken this 1 minute, honestly, but not gonna shorten discount of the range, like I said. We're also reacting from this bullish 1 minute. So this is an optimal area to go long. Did we leave any equal lows anywhere? No, we didn't. And again, guys, the reason I'm bullish today is because we reacted very bullishly from this 4-hour FEG. And I just think that this is a good area to long. So if we get a 1 minute close above this, I will try it. But I don't like how close we are to open. I really don't. You know what? Here's what I'll do, guys. If we get a close above this 3 minute, that's where I'll take the long. That gives us a little bit less room for manipulation on the 1. and it's still going to give us a great RR up to the data highs if we get it. We're sweeping a lot of lows here, if you guys notice. Let's look at the 15 quick. There is this little 15-minute fair value gap here that could be where price moves from. But again, this sweep of this low is all that we really need, honestly. Tesla is not even budging. Look at that, guys. NQ's dumping and Tesla's not even moving. Okay, so the 15 is potentially going to be balanced here. Maybe we test midnight. I don't know. Good reaction from the 15 already. You guys see how there's an immediate bullish reaction there? And we haven't quite tested the 5, so the 5 just got tested here. Wow, I was not expecting this dump, I'm not gonna lie. Was not expecting it. And you see Romeo, that I talked about earlier, the king of turtle soups. I bet you he would have tried to turtle soup this. And if he lost, which he did, he would never post it. If he won, he would post it. That's how it works. Wow, anybody that took a short, you are printing right now, but I don't think anybody did, at least in this group. So we just touched midnight, guys. This is not what I was expecting, I will be honest. If this woman gets inverse, guys, it'll be a fantastic long, I'm telling you right now. This woman, it looks really good. But if I had to guess, I mean, we did just sweep this low. We might aim for this low, but this is totally acceptable to be the low. Crazy that this is happening. This is not what I expected. Really wanted bullishness. Guys, I sold a round of puts. I think I posted it in the Discord. I've called a lot of option selling plays, but we sold 2 185 puts on Tesla last week, and these are up 98% right now. That's freaking dope. All right, guys. So again, if this woman inverses, I think this is going to be a great long up to these data highs. But again, I'm not going to take a trade unless we get it. If you're a little bit, you know what, guys? I'm actually going to take this one. We just bounced from a 15 and a 5. If this 1 minute inverses, I'll take it long, and my stop to break even will be at this 1 minute. I do like that we swept a bunch of lows. We're at midnight. Let's see what this trade would look like. Sheesh, that is a 4-to-1. If I limit order this, wow, that's a $280 loss. That's crazy. For a tiny move, but because of how big these candles are. Wow. Okay, so no 1 minute reaction yet. We do have a new day opening gap here, guys. Yeah. Whew. Wow, NQ is dumping. Look at Tesla, up 15%. My Tesla position is just going crazy. So happy that we long that. So guys, if this 1 minute inverses, it's a little bit risky, but as far as an R perspective, it's great. That's for sure. But it's pretty incredible that this is just a $280 loss here. Let's look at the daily candle quick. Ugh, I do not like that wick. Okay, guys, if this 1 minute inverses, I'll try a long. How does a 2 and the 3 look? This 2 minute looks pretty good, guys. Right here, this 2 minute looks pretty good. And again, we did sweep a lot of lows here. Didn't quite sweep London, but I'll wait for the 2 and the 1 to close, and I'll take this long. Damn, this looks really good, guys. Looks really good. This is going to be a pretty risky trade, I'm not going to lie. It's close to open, big stops. But I think it would be a pretty good trade if we got it. Wow. $500 stop here for a $1,300 win. So that's a 2 to 1. Ugh. Not great, not great. But again, it's not even, we're not even getting a trade here, so. Wow, Tesla's up to 248. Almost 250, that is crazy. You can just see the strength because NQ is just dumping, and look at the strength on Tesla. Even just giving this little run on NQ is pushing it higher. Anybody else looking for longs? Nobody's even... Benosia's the only one that commented last. Who's looking for longs? Or are you guys all wussies? Too chicken to take a trade. Oh, Benosia's in longs. That is dangerous. Dangerous, bro. Did you take it from a bounce? Did you take it from... Where did you take it from, Benoj? Taking a long after seeing this, unless you really, really, really know what you're doing. But even then, I just think there's no setup here. But hey, bro, if you did it, you did it. Benoj, what was your model for this long? I'm going to call you out if you did something stupid. Yeah, there is nothing here, guys. Tesla's at almost at 250, guys. 2 minute FEG with long candle on that touch. Let's see what 2 minute FEG you're talking about. This little thing? This little tiny thing right here? Or are you talking about this one right here? I don't know what the hell. That is sketchy. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. That is sketchy as hell. 23.15. Crazy. Super risky, but that's you, bro. It's on you. So right now, this 1 minute is holding down price. If we do inverse it, guys, I will go long. It's an actionable trading model. Stop to break even here. And then we would target data highs. But no, I'm telling you right now, bro, that was one of the riskiest trades I've seen in a minute. Because if we wanted to flush, we could easily flush down into this new day opening gap, to this sell side right here. I mean, we did take this sell side, but yeah, very risky in my view. Very risky. But guys, this does look like a good long. I'm not gonna lie. As long as this 1 minute doesn't dump us here into the new day opening gap. But Benoj, if you took that long, bro, you're already up like 50. You were up 50 points there, right? Like, are you not taking profits off of this? That's crazy. You were up 47 points. And now you're letting the trade potentially go against you here, which I think it probably will because of the 1 minute rejection. Guys, Tesla's at 250. That is crazy. Okay, guys, again, if we get this 1 minute inverse, that is my signal to go long, stop to break even at this internal high, and then we will leave it. I'm just going to leave it all the way up to here, because if we're going to be bullish on the day with this 1 minute, I think we'll probably drive price all the way up to the data high. But if we just dump here and touch this new day opening gap, which is easily possible, then there's no setup that's going to form. I hope that makes sense to you guys. The reason this trade is good is because we swept this sell side liquidity right here, right? There was a sweep, bullish reaction, and now we have bearish PD arrays that are holding down price. If they get violated to the upside, then we go long. But the model only presents itself if market structure changes. Right now, market structure is still bearish. What Benoj did there, longing this 23.15, in my opinion, was trying to catch a falling knife, and he got lucky. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Benoj. I think that was a super risky trade. Again, maybe you have some model that works like that, but not good in my opinion. You have to wait for market structure to shift. Don't just long, don't catch falling knives like this, guys. Do you understand how lucky this is? I don't care who you are. If you think that you know that the market's going to bounce from there, you're lying to me or yourself. I got to charge my phone, guys. Hold up. Yeah, Benoj. That was crazy. Risky man you are. So again, guys, if we get a bullish reaction here, ideally within the macro time, so if you guys don't know, the market spools through macros. So we have a macro at 950 to 1010. It's a time where the algorithm tends to drive price in one direction or the other. So if you're looking for optimal trade entries, try and align your trading model with a macro time. So like this 950 macro time is a great time to potentially go long. Because our bias is still bullish, we did take out internal sell side, and we did take out equal lows. And we're in discount of the range. Let me just see where we are in discount of this leg. So we did drop below discount, so we were in discount, so that tells me that long trades are still a good setup here. So down here we were in discount. And because we dropped into discount, it's allowable for us to now go long, in my opinion. Okay, so this looks pretty good so far, but I want to see a 1 minute candle close above here. And again, it makes me more comfortable as the day progresses I mean, I don't like to trade. I don't like to click buttons within the first 15 minutes, ideally, of market open. Oh, also, we're about to have news. We just had PMI, and the market did nothing. Interesting. This candle was a PMI candle. We didn't even move. I mean, now we're moving a little bit to the downside, but so all of you guys are being patient, right? You guys aren't taking any trades yet because, again, no setup has presented itself. My model is a long above this woman at FVG, stop to break even at this internal high right here. And again, we're 1 for 1 on the day. We took this IFVG right up here down to data lows. So we have a cushion on the day. If we want to take another trade, I have a $200 cushion. Now again, the market has moved largely since then. So we're looking at these tiny candles versus these big candles. So now the stop loss for me is going to be quite heavy, right? You have to be super careful. But I'm going to be risking more size because of that, which is not optimal, but that is what it is. And again, we're not taking any trades until this 1 minute inverses. That is the only way I can signify a market structure shift above this internal high. And now when we close above a bearish PD array, it gives me the signal to go long. But until then, oh, by the way, guys, I'm not going to lie to you, this looks great. This 1 minute fair value gap here, if it holds, we're below midnight. We're sweeping a low that swept a low. See if it holds like this. If this holds like this and we close above, that would be a great long, but so far it is not. So now it's not an optimal FVG, but it is what it is. This could be a turtle soup here. So very bullish reaction after sweeping a low that swept a low. Wow, guys, this looks bullish. But again, I can't take it until this 1 minute inverses. If you're really, really risky, this was not a bad long in my opinion, but I wouldn't take it if I were you. Don't want to, I don't want to encourage bad trading habits. Because although this is bullish, it doesn't mean anything. There's no change in market structure. The change in market structure comes after this high is taken out and this 1 minute inverses. So I'll keep it on the chart again. See how we immediately dumped there? So again, these are the types of things that save me. So we have a new day opening gap here. That's what this yellow box is. And we're just about to enter a macro. So before we just marry a bias, guys, this is a new day opening gap and or slash volume imbalance. So this could be the area where price drives higher. This easily could be it. Look at this, guys. Tesla is still pushing when NQ is collapsing. That is unbelievable. Like, imagine if we get a reversal on the day. Imagine what that's going to do to Tesla. It's going to be insane. So guys, if this 1 minute inverse is here, so look at this. We're sweeping a low. We swept an internal low, right, with this black line. We formed an IFVG, and we're sweeping that low while potentially trading into a new day opening gap. This could be a very good area for bullish reactions. Core says 4-hour FVG. Well, we bounced from a 4-hour yesterday, and now we're trading within it. And yes, in theory, this could be an area where we reject to continue lower. But I'm still potentially bullish on the day because I do want to see this data high that still hasn't been swept, right? That's ideally what I want to see. So if we get a reaction out of this new day opening gap, guys, that will be a pretty good long in my opinion. But, I mean, we could still get it, right, if we inverse this 1 minute. But a reaction out of a new day opening gap after sweeping an internal low and sweeping that low and being in a macro time, that would be even better. But hopefully we get a touch of this new day opening gap. I'm expecting that, but again, it doesn't have to happen. Also, we're below midnight, so all of these are confluences for potential longs. Sweep of midnight, sweep of an internal low on the hourly, sweep of that low, trading into a new day opening gap, and a bearish PD array that could potentially be violated with a market structure shift above this high. All of those give me confluence for potential longs. But you guys see how if nothing that I say forms, I'm never in a trade. There's my model doesn't give me an entry. It doesn't give me an opportunity to just get smoked. So many people just try to long, like what Binoj did earlier. He tried to catch a falling knife, and he got super lucky here. Binoj, did you take profits on this? I forgot to ask you. But he got lucky catching this falling knife, and then if he didn't take profits, obviously he got stopped. But let me look at the 2 and the 3 quick. Yeah, so again, this 2, so right here, this 2 minute looks really good. If you want to take that, you're welcome to. If you're more risk averse, you can also wait for the 1. But we're in a macro time now, so I expect this to be where we potentially drive higher. So I have a model here. This is my setup. I want a market structure shift, turtle soup, IFVG, and if all 3 of those things and macro time, so all 4 of those things come in confluence, then my model forms. Otherwise, I sit and wait. That's what a patient trader does. So yeah, if you guys aren't patient and you just click buttons, you will lose over time. Just wait for a model to form. I will be indifferent. If it's a winner, it's a winner. If it's a loser, it's a loser. But at minimum, if we inverse this 1 and 2, I think we'll go up to this internal high, and my stop will be moved to break even right as that happens. Does that make sense, guys? So far this looks great for longs, but again, nothing happens until the model presents itself. Because this could all just be inducement to go lower. Now, I do like that we had a sell day yesterday. That makes it a little bit better to see reversals potentially, but so very bullish so far. FIFA Russ, yes. Yes to what? Did I ask a question? Sorry. I'm kind of focused. Yes to being patient, maybe. Guys, if you are new to the stream, I'm very interested in following you guys. So if you have an X account, first of all, you can subscribe. And if you guys haven't liked, wow, I appreciate it, guys. 8 people watching and 7 likes. Let's go. You guys can follow me on X at the Checkmate Trader. That's the same as my YouTube name. And I'll follow you guys back because I need to connect with more NQ traders, people that trade futures, things like that. So guys, if we get this inverse, I want to see Tesla just explode too, by the way. What a crazy move. Look at this. I told you guys, all this LRLR is going to get run. But yeah, back to NQ. Another thing that could be a set of confluence would be equal highs that form. Are these equal here? No, they're not. They're off by 1 tick. That would be an even better set of confluence, but so far, guys, no setup is formed, but this is going to be a very bullish market structure shift if we get it after taking all these lows. I wanted to see the new day opening gap get touched, but it doesn't have to happen. Wow, great reaction. Lack of displacement so far. You guys see how we're wicking above this internal high. So far not ideal, but again, this is what patience is all about. You form an expectation in your mind, and then you execute if the model presents itself. But expectation does not mean execution. Ooh, I'm gonna quote that. Dropping dimes that I don't even know I can have in my brain. Expectation does not equal execution. If you expect something to happen, don't click the button. Only if a model presents itself and it's in the right macro times and everything. That's when you take the trade. So guys, let me know, are you going to take this long if we inverse this 1 minute or the 2 minute? Which one do you prefer? If you trade IFEGs, let me know why you would pick one over the other, or if you'd wait for both to trade above. 2 and 1 for Bob. Yeah, I think that's best, especially with a day like today. Waiting for the 2 and the 1 minute is optimal. And if you guys notice here, if we reject here and come down to the new day opening gap, we're also forming this trend line liquidity, right? If you look at this, this is a kind of like L or LR. So we're going up and dropping. We're creating liquidity, up and dropping, creating liquidity, and eventually this is destined to break to the upside. So that's even more confluence. So traders always use this trend line and they try and short the trend line. Ooh, this looks good, guys. If we form a nice 1 minute right here, drop down into new day opening gap and then inverse it, that's an A+ setup in my opinion. A+ long. So if we, again, I'm expecting something to happen before it happens. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but if it does, it just boosts my confidence even more that the trade is going to go in my favor, right? So if we form a fair value gap right here, bearish, and we inverse it after touching the new day opening gap, and we go and we break this low resistance liquidity, that will be an A+ long in my eyes. But so far that hasn't formed. Doesn't have to, we don't have to trade into the new day opening gap. We've taken out enough liquidity. I'm just saying what could potentially happen. Because again, we're traders. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. But once our setup forms, then we can just execute, regardless of what we expect it to happen. So if we just trade up here and we don't tag the new day opening gap, that's still acceptable for me to be a long, because we've taken out equal lows labeled in red here. I'm going to delete them now. We have this internal sell side that we swept, and we swept it again here. So that is more than enough liquidity for me to look for longs. But you guys can see this trend line forming here too, right? In ICT terms, it's called low resistance liquidity. In retail terms, it's just called a trend line, but it's the same thing. I don't care what you guys trade. If you understand liquidity, you will be successful. This is not an ICT, solely an ICT concept. This is also a retail concept, right? We keep rejecting, and then we eventually break out, maybe retest, and then we go. So trying to explain this to you guys, not just with complicated ICT terms, but also with retail logic. Because if you use either one, both are effective. You don't have to just be an ICT trader or just a retail trader. They all work if they're done correctly. And so far we know that liquidity drives the market, right guys? We swept liquidity here, we swept it again, we took out equal lows, we're in discount of the range, we're in a macro time, we traded below midnight. All these things, these are all liquidity areas. And now that we have liquidity and we have a model, that's all you need. Liquidity and one model, and you'll be profitable. And if you're patient enough to execute when you need to execute. Okay, so far, ooh, big dump. What is there news at 10? I didn't think there was news today. Hold on, guys, let me check. 10 a.m. Oh, we had new home sales. That's what it was. Okay. So that is the last set of even orange folder news. Everything else is yellow, so we shouldn't see any big moves like this for the rest of the day. Like, we shouldn't see any volatile 1 minute candles. I'll correct that. We might see some big moves, but yo guys, is anybody looking to trade here? Is anybody in a trade? Or anybody waiting for the long? What are you guys looking at? I want to hear what you guys, put your neck on the line. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Tell me what you see and why. Or is everyone just going to be silent? Bob is the only one that's calling out that he's waiting for a 2 and a 1. Benoj is in shambles after his long got stopped out. And maybe he went on tilt and took another long. And everybody else is quiet. We just took out this internal high. Okay, guys, this looks good so far. This looks good for a long. But let's see what we get. So we want the 2 and the 1 to close above. So far, this 1 is acting as a bearish rejection. I guess you call it a rejection block. I don't know if that's what ICT really means, but rejection fair value gap. We need to see a close above it to take the trade. Body needs to close above. Again, guys, body needs to close above. We don't chase long candles like this just because. Okay, that looks good so far. But we need to see a close above. The 2 minute. The 2 minute has another 2 minutes until, right, we're waiting until 7:04. The 1 minute is working right now. Okay, this looks really good, guys. I'm going to front run it. And I'm going to scalp it to right here. And then if we get a retracement down afterwards, then I will. Okay, so we just got that profit. So that was $150 there. Now, guys, if we get a retracement back down here, okay, I will take the long, but I don't know if we'll even get it. Let's see. So we got the 2 minute inverse. When is this 2 minute candle going to close? I'm just starting to learn this trading deal. I love your live. I think you're learning. I think I'm learning a little bit from you. Yeah, bro. Follow me on X if you guys don't already at the Checkmate Trader. You guys have any questions like during the day, I'll answer them for you. And then if you want, you can join the community Discord. I think there's a link in the description. But again, for now, I'm going to be trading live most days on YouTube. I do occasionally bring it into the Discord, and I will more to make it more private. But for now, you guys can ask me any questions here or on X or on the Discord if you guys want. I also do all my swing trades, my option selling, my long-term investing portfolios, all my ads, everything is there. So if you guys want, you can join. There's a WAP link in the bio. But you don't need to do that. You guys can ask me any questions on X or on YouTube. But I appreciate that, Ups, man. But do you guys see how that worked? I do still think this is going to be a long here. If we get a retracement below this low, I will take another long, I think. Ooh, that is a very bearish candle. So look how we're retesting the trend line here. Yeah. Not optimal, I'm not gonna lie. The stop is huge. So I did take that nice scalp. So right now I'm up 400 on the day, guys. I took this $200 short here, and I took that 1 minute scalp here for another like 150, 175. The Tradevate account, I told you guys this is an eval that I'm bringing up to 53,000, is now at 52. So I'm debating whether to stop here or not. Here's what I'll do, okay, guys, to keep you entertained. Not that that even matters. We want good trading, but this is technically a market structure shift. And if this 1 minute inverses, I think that'll be a good long again. I'm not even forming a fair value gap here. Yeah, guys, I'm really debating if I want to keep trading here. Who's texting me? One of my friends that is a retail trader who only trades options and is... Bro, he's spamming me. He only trades options like naked calls and puts. And he's called a million different things, and for once, he called the Tesla trade yesterday, and he didn't even take it. He just called it, and now he won't shut up about it. Faye, volume is a bit low. No, I wouldn't say that. Why do you think that volume is low? We're getting some pretty big moves here. So guys, we also rejected from this 1 minute right here. So that's another thing to note. If we, let me just check the 2 minute quick. So right now we are holding this 2. Okay, guys, so this is not bearish yet. In fact, this is actually not even a bad entry. If you want to go long here, I mean, your risk is a close back below the lows, and your take profit is data highs. But yeah, I don't see anything really, really good here. This doesn't like scream to me longs. But if this 2 minute holds, and then we create an order block here on the 2, I'll take that long. How about that, guys? So this is a 2 minute fair value gap. We closed above it, right? So this is technically bullish market structure. But if we don't hold the 2 minute, that already signifies to me bad PA on the day. Now again, we're just retesting this trend line still. So if we bounce from here, maybe we wick and hold the 2, then I would consider going long again. Which is possible for now. But let's see what we get. Faye, why do you say that volume is low? I'm just curious what do you view as low volume? Because I hear a lot of people saying that without really understanding what volume is in the markets. If you guys are using just general volume, I mean, it's definitely not low. And look at the candles that are forming here. Wow, guys, so it looks like we held the 2. Look at this. We held the 2 to the tick. So if we see a bullish reaction here and close above the body of this 2 minute, that makes it a 2 minute order block. That will potentially drive us higher to data highs. Did anybody take this long scalp with me? Again, I have quite a bit of experience with this stuff, so that's why I took it. But I know that if you're new to the markets, or if you're new to futures trading or IFEGs, that can be a little bit uncomfortable. But I just understand momentum, and this was a very big volume that came in here. And again, look at these wicks, guys. We're seemingly holding the trend line. So if you're a retail trader, this is what you want to see. You want to see the trend line hold. But the real move in the market is in my opinion, it's the fair value gaps and liquidity. So the real confirmation of this trade would be if this 2 minute fair value gap holds. Course, good, bro. That was a good scalp. Very good scalp, in my opinion. And also, guys, I don't think I've had a losing trade this week. I've taken like 7 or 8 trades live, I think. Maybe less, but maybe 5. I'm not 100% off to go back for this eval. But we started the eval out. I mean, I'm taking trades that average between $150 and $400 wins, and we took this from like 50,600 to almost 52,000 in a week. So if you're new to this, I've been showing this Trade of 8 eval account since a while back, and I'm going to be transparent with you guys and show you how it grows over time. If I take losses, you'll see it. If I take wins, you'll see it. But a lot of traders will not show you an account and how it's doing day after day. So transparency is important. 100% win rate. 100% win rate, this rate, you, the LeBron James, or Steph Curry? I don't know, bro. I'm the checkmate of trading. That's what I am. I prefer the Messi of trading, bro. I don't think there's any athlete in the world that compares to Messi. That's just my opinion. I might get a lot of shade for that, but I think he's the GOAT. I've been following Messi since I was like 10. He's been my favorite player forever. And all those Ronaldo fans, I'm sorry, but you don't know what you're talking about. Ronaldo's beat. Ronaldo's ass. Nah, I won't deny it. Ronaldo's good, but Messi is the GOAT. 100%. LM10, let's go. Do you play soccer course? Okay, so this is very bullish so far, guys. I'm gonna long this, just to show you guys something interesting here. I'm fully expecting this to get stopped out, but I'm gonna hold this. If it works, I'm gonna hold it all the way up to data highs. Again, this might be my first losing trade. It's completely not, there's no setup here, but I'm willing to take the risk. I'm basically anticipating an order block to form here, and I want the data highs to hit eventually today. So I'm basically front running for a lower entry. So we're up 80 so far, up 90. So this is going to be my one potentially losing trade, guys. But I do like that we held the trend line and that we are potentially continuing up here. We don't want to see it go much lower than this. In fact, I'm going to move my stop to the low of this box right here. Again, guys, I fully expect this to lose. But if I'm correct, this is going to be a huge win. So we just inverse this tiny 2 right here. Once we close above the body of this 2 minute, I will move my stop to break even, because we should not come back down if we touch the body of that. Okay, guys, I'm moving my stop to break even here. So this is a free trade. I'm just going to watch it run. And I'm going to hold it all the way up to data highs. And again, this is a eval account, but it is live. You guys know that if you follow me. So we're up 255 on this. Up 265. I'll let you guys watch it. Again, it's a completely free trade. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It is what it is. But just based on my experience, I think it will work. But again, just because I think something will work doesn't mean it will. I just decided to take it. So let's see if it plays out. There's 7 people watching, so if you guys did stupidly take that with me, you could take a profit at this internal high or this one. But I have a feeling we're going to get a big move up here. Again, doesn't mean we will, but it is what it is, right? Oh, what the hell? We just got stopped. All right, guys, so I think I will be done here. So that was a break-even trade. Hold on, I'm gonna see something on the 5. So if you guys really want to take something, here's what I will say. This 5-minute fair value gap looks very good. This 5-minute also looks good. We haven't closed above it yet. So if we maybe get a close at the 7:15 candle, you can try that. We also have an order block here. Oh, of course, you play soccer? Yeah, I'm actually considering moving to Florida, so I'm in California right now. I don't know where, but Miami sounds really cool. But it would be so dope to watch him play in his final years. But bro, he's been killing it. He had like he scored a hat-trick in his Inter Miami and his Argentina game, which is crazy. So I'm either moving to Texas or Florida, one of the two. Wow. Unfortunately, I got stopped out here, but I think this runs. See if we can get this to 52,000 today. Yeah, guys, this is going to run here, I think. Okay, if we get a 2-minute close here, I will long this. Because it's a 2-minute order block, liquidity swept, LRLR, we tested it, and we're bouncing. So I want a 2-minute close above the body of this candle. Right? This 2-minute candle body. So far, nothing. But again, this is my target, this data high. I've been calling it for a while. Maybe if we get a reaction out of this 1 minute, I don't know. Let's see what we get. I also don't like that we closed above this 1 minute here and then we came back down. PA is not looking fantastic here, I'm not gonna lie. It's not looking bad, it's not looking great. And then again, we closed the 2-minute above, then we closed below it. Everything, and when I see this, guys, if you have a fair value gap like this that you're expecting to have price continue upwards, then we reject it. This is already like showing me that the PA structure is not great. Yeah, so we have this distribution and now we're kind of chopping around. The fact that we're closing above fair value gaps and then below them signifies to me that price action is not optimal. Especially because when I front run this long anticipating an order block and it didn't form and stop me out. Here, I mean, it looks like we're just stopping out traders off this little 2-minute candles low. Look how we took it out by 1 tick and now we're pushing up. But again, it's just like choppy PA now. Not what you really want to see. Happened yesterday when the afternoon PA was smooth and clean. Exactly. Yesterday, was it yesterday's AM session? Let's go check back. So here's something that you guys can learn. The AM session was, look at this chop that we had, and then after the afternoon started, or I guess after the 10:50 macro, we had a complete clean distribution down. And then in the afternoon session, this was an A+ setup. I took all of this. I took my profits at this internal high, but that's all right. Yep, and the new week opening gap thing that was holding price down. So look how we rejected this new week opening gap. So a lot of traders that maybe wanted to long the data high didn't see that we were in a new week opening gap. They wanted to like maybe scalp this, and they would have gotten smoked on the day. And now they're just praying if they didn't move their stops, they're praying that the market will reverse. Not optimal. And yeah, guys, this just doesn't look great. I ain't gonna lie. Especially the fact that we haven't balanced this new day opening gap yet. We could even come down and test that first. So I will stay on because I do think that there's potential for a good setup. But I don't know when it's going to form. Okay, I'm not going to pretend like I can read the market before it happens. I know where every move is going to be. You see these like obnoxious, mysterious traders on X that try and like market themselves as knowing how the market forms before it does. Nobody knows that. Not even ICT. And if anyone tries to convince you of that, it's a red flag. So hopefully we hold this 1 minute. Then maybe we get a push. I don't know yet. We're still... No, we're not holding the 2 anymore. Hey guys, I don't like this right now. I'll be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that the market looks good when it's not. I don't like this PA currently. ICT caught the sell and buy yesterday and posted it on Twitter. Did he live stream it or did he just post it after it happened? I know he does his videos, but you guys have to take those with a pinch of salt. First of all, he doesn't show that it's a live account. Again, I'm not talking down on ICT. I think that he's a fantastic teacher, but I do think it's a red flag. Oh, he said it on live stream. Okay, good. I mean, he definitely understands market structure, but I just don't understand, like, why he doesn't shut up all the haters. Why doesn't he just post with a live account? I don't get it. If he's as good as he says he is, why not just post with a live account? He ain't a trader, he's the biggest for real. Well, it's possible that he's a great teacher, but not a good trader. I don't know. But I just wish, like, just to shut people up, why not just trade it with a live account? Like, silence everybody. I know, he bet Patrick Whelan 500K, I saw that. And then he admitted that his Robbins Cup was drawn down to $900. And then he never wants to pay him. That's not good. I mean, I know it's all for marketing, but like, that's not in good faith. If you're gonna bet somebody something on in public like that, and then you just kind of like brush it off after you lose, come on. Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he makes a good amount of money from his YouTube live streams, from his YouTube videos. He has over 1 million subscribers. He makes good money on X. He's a premium member, so he's verified. He makes money off of his social media. Don't let him fool you. He does. Not to say he's not a good teacher and a good mentor. He is. I just wish he would, if he was really as good as he says, he should just do it on a live account. But that is what it is. YouTube and X alone pay him good money. Oh, for sure. He doesn't even need a mentorship anymore. Though he claims he got paid millions off of it, which I believe. I mean, I am still so fond of his material. And he taught me everything. Now, IFVGs, a lot of that was taught, if you guys follow Dodgy's DD, he's really good at IFVGs. His model is definitely something that I have incorporated into my trading. Though it's not primarily what I don't only use IFVGs, however, I think that they are a fantastic addition to Confluence. So like, oh shoot, is my mouse dead? Damn, I gotta charge my mouse. Hold on, guys. I have the cord underneath my computer. Underneath my desk. Yeah, so my model primarily relies on liquidity, but the entry and the risk is reduced significantly when you use an IFVG. So that's why I tend to use them for early entry models. But I do use 2022 models as well. So like this trade that you guys saw earlier, where I said stupidly taking it because it's not optimal, this was a 2022 model. The fair value gap didn't form, so it wasn't ideal. But this was a market structure shift, and I was anticipating continuation. So that was what that was. It was like a suboptimal ICT 2022. TT Trades, I don't know who that is. I think I may have followed him at one point. It sounds familiar. Does he trade? Was he the one that streamed with Dodgy the other day? I think that, or there was Tanya Trades and then somebody else. He was there. Okay, guys, this looks pretty bullish. Let me look at the 5 quick. So still no close above the 5 minute. Oh, there wasn't even a 5 minute that formed. Yeah, this is weird PA, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I want to earn a lot from trading soon. World Cup. What does that mean? The trading World Cup? Guys, this is really, really shitty PA. I am not gonna lie. So bad. Like, what is this? I want to earn a lot of money from trading. Soon World Cup. What what does earning a lot of money and the World Cup have to do with each other? Or are those two separate things you're talking about? But yeah, the 2026 World Cup is going to be gnarly. No, I know it's a soccer World Cup, but what does that have to do with earning a lot of money? You said, I want to earn a lot from trading. Soon World Cup. Okay, so we're rejecting here. Yeah, guys, this is ass. Really, really ass trading. So if we sweep all these lows here, like maybe 1, 2, 3, and then we get a fair value gap here, not terrible. But again, maybe I would want to wait till the macro. Honestly, the 1050 macro would be optimal. Hopefully we get this fair value gap, guys, because if we maybe trade into the new day opening gap and then we come back here, oh, that's going to be good. That is going to be good. Okay, guys, so look, we're patient. We're waiting for good setups to form. I'm anticipating them before they happen and drawing out what I expect, right? So right here, the pathway would be ideally take out this low right here. So we're sweeping internal liquidity, trading into a new day opening gap, trading above this to data highs. So I'm calling it before it's happening. I know my model, and yeah, I know my model, and I can see I can basically expect something to happen first and call it out. So if you guys can't do that, either you need to fix your model or you need more screen time, right? I know what I'm expecting before it happens, and if it works the way that I expect, I take the trade. So I'm okay with all this liquidity. So look at this trend line here that formed. It's kind of like a mini one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 lows. 1, 2, 3 lows. So this is respectable, allowable for the trade to happen. But I'd prefer a sweep of this liquidity and a trade into the new day opening gap first before we continue higher. I will take this with a cash account, funded account, eval account. I'll take it with all. Now, if you want, you can take some of your profits at this internal high when it happens. But for me, just based on experience, I think that if this internal high gets taken, I think we're going all the way up to data highs. Oh, I get you, Cores. You want to make money so you can get front row seats at the World Cup. I got you. World Cup. I think Ryan just posted, knowing when to spot bad PA is a superpower. So we both are looking at the exact same thing. Let me, while we're waiting for this, I just want to check my X account and see. I don't see. X is weird. When people follow you, a lot of the times, like, I can see that my follower count went up since I told people to follow me on X, but it doesn't show me who followed me. So it's kind of weird. Okay, guys, this looks really good. If this inverses, get ready. Get ready. And it's not on a macro time, which is not optimal, but I would still take this any day of the week. So a lot of traders, even Dodgy, he won't tell you if he's in something with a live account or an eval, which I don't like. And he claims he's like, yeah, you can't follow my trades, but you can. And again, I'm not responsible for what you guys do. If you decide to take a trade and you lose, that's it's on you, right? Yeah, best setup, man, definitely make an X account. It is, for trading at least, first of all, I can post things in real time. I mean, Discord is always better for that. But, yeah, guys, this looks so good. I'm going to front run this. I'm fully willing to accept the risk. You guys don't have to front run it, but I'm going to accept the risk here. So in theory, you should be waiting for the close, but in my experience, sometimes this doesn't even give you the close, it'll just rock it. But let's see. Okay, so I'm in this, and my stop is already at break even. I think that all of this is going to get swept here, guys. So we're up 200. Hopefully it holds. Don't want to get stopped at break even again. But in my experience, sometimes this just runs without even, like once this closes, like look at this, guys. You see how it just doesn't even give us an entry? And sometimes this leads to huge moves, so just a heads up. So if you're in this already, your stop should be to break even once we hit this high. This is up 310 already. 305. And again, guys, I'm in this on a funded cash and eval account. And I told you guys that before I even entered it. So if you don't believe me, rewind the tape. And now my entry is so good that it's very unlikely I get stopped. It's possible, but it's very unlikely. And I think all of this LRLR is going to get swept. So my take profit will be here. I'm not even going to bother holding to the data highs, but I will continue to tape read until these data highs get hit. And I will teach you guys why and how they... oh, I have a sell limit up there too as well. I'll teach you what I'm looking for as they form. As the setup forms up to the data highs. Yeah, and I will follow you guys too. Okay, so we're up 440 on this so far. I think this is just going to have a big sweep above all this LRLR here. So just a heads up. I think that this high is going to get taken. Now hopefully it doesn't drop down first and stop us, but I'm already up like 400 bucks on the day, so I have a lot of cushion here. I should be able to get full profit out of this. Should be like $800, maybe close to $750. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, who else do you guys know that is calling out trades before they happen, telling you what accounts they're using them on, showing you stop losses, take profits, and it's on, I mean, this is an eval, I'm not showing you my fundeds, but I'm showing it to you on an account that has some skin in the game. I mean, it's only like 30 bucks or whatever, but still. There you go. It's because nobody, I mean, I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or if it's, I don't know, maybe legality purposes that I'm missing, but not many people do it. One other trader I know puts their neck on the line with a live account, and his name is Z the Traveling Trader. He's a GOAT, like he's really, really good, I'm not going to lie. He's a fantastic trader, I've learned a lot from him. Also uses some ICT concepts, also uses IFEGs to an extent. He also does a lot of macroeconomics. So like he talks about bonds, TLT, interest rates, the Fed, which I also do as well. I learned a lot from him. Yeah, a lot of people don't actually trade. And if they do, they get comfortable with the amount of money that they make from their discords and whatnot. And yeah, so they just like sometimes they'll pretend they're in trades, but they're not actually in. But yeah. So guys, you don't want to see this trade back into this fair value gap. Honestly, this should just continue to push here. We don't want to see stalling, right? We want to see it just completely obliterate. For example, this woman at OB should obliterate all these highs. We shouldn't see it come back down here. We want to see continuation, immediate rebalancing, immediate order blocks forming to take out highs. But no, did you take this with me, bro? Did you front run the trade? Okay, so 1 minute OB here. We don't, once this 1 minute OB forms, I don't want to see it close back below. That would tell me that we would potentially dump. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to move my stop to right here. So at least I get to book some profits. We just took out this internal high. I don't want to see stalling here. I wanted to see it rip up to this high. So we're up 700. Yeah, I do not like that. I don't like that at all. So you want to see this 1 minute OB hold, guys. On the 3, I mean, it's possible we trade back into here, but I don't want to see it. I'd rather just see this completely rip here. That looks really good on the 5. Look at this. This is like a bullish engulfing candle. Yeah, I just want to see this completely rip up here. I don't want to see it stall. So I'm going to move my stop, guys, now to this low. Because I had such a good entry, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just move it here. So we're up 700. I'm going to move my sell limit to this wick, just in case we get some stupid rejection. Okay, guys? Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but I'd rather take tendies than let a trade go against me. And if we get stopped out here, we get stopped out for $400. So sad. But I really don't want to see this order block get closed below again. I don't like that we keep trading back into it. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I mean, we could easily go higher. We could go up to 405, no doubt in my mind. Yeah, this is really, I don't like these. I want to see it just move here. I don't want to see it stall. You know, guys, I think I'm going to close the trade right here. I'm out. Because I just wanted to see this move. I don't want to see it stall here, so I have a feeling we might just dump. Again, we are respecting the 1 minute, but I'm now up to 52,600. So we are very close to getting this account funded, and I will obviously post the certificate when I get it. But yeah, I think that this 1 minute order block should hold price up. Again, I've explained to you guys how that works. Let me know, did anyone take that trade with me? Do you understand? Type, I'll do the dodgy thing. Type 1 if you understood the trade or if you took it. I'm not going to get a spam of ones. There's 7 of you in here, but Course took the scalp / trade. Nobody else? Benoj took it. Nice. All right, good. I'm glad you guys took it. Now, again, I front run it, and you guys saw why I front run, but I think this is going to go a lot higher. I think this internal high is going to get taken. I think this data high is going to get taken. But already, again, I'm up 1,000 on the day on this account. That's pretty crazy. I have a $2,500 drawdown on this eval, and I brought the account up $1,000 in one day, almost 1,000. That's pretty crazy. Benoj, where's your entry? Did you front run it with me here? Because right now the woman at OB is holding. I don't know how to fund an account yet. This is my first week learning. Wow. Best setup, man. You have a lot to learn, brother. When I say funded account, so there's these companies called prop firms, and they will pay you to trade if you're good. You have to prove yourself by, so you buy the account, it's like $30. And if you can take it from $50,000 to $53,000, then you become funded. And when you become funded, you can start earning real money with the account. So this is a fake account, right? This is paper trading, but it's using the live market. So I'm basically proving to this company that I can live trade by drawing this account up $3,000. So I'm up almost, I have $400 left to go on it. And yeah, so that's what it means when you get a funded account. So that's what that means. If that makes sense, let me know. So it's not funding an account, it's getting a funded account through a prop firm. Oh, Benoj got stopped at, wait, what? Your entry is at 342, you didn't get stopped. Or did you raise your stop higher? Best setup, man. So there's a few different ones. I use Apex Trader Funding. This is what this funded account is. But another really good one that's easier to use is My Funded Futures. In fact, I actually recommend that one over Apex for newbies. It's a lot easier to set up. It's more user friendly. Candle closes a stop below the 2-minute. What, 358? Excuse me. But yeah, best setup, man. Let me know if you need any help. I'm happy to help you. And guys, the best way to reach me is a DM on X. Again, I'm Checkmate Trading is the username at Castle Capital. I'll show you guys that here on the screen. This is what my X account is. You can screenshot that if you want. But yeah. Bro, Tesla. Let's go. So I have a huge Tesla position. Like, it's my biggest position in all my accounts. So I made quite a lot of money on my funded and my cash accounts today. I made this on almost $1,000 on my eval. I'm up. I'm up like maybe $12,000 on Tesla in one of my accounts right now on the day. I have sold puts on Tesla that are up 97% right now. Bro, everything is like rocketing. This is crazy. So my point is that if you guys are struggling with trading right now and you are not profitable, I'm telling you, just give it time. Honestly, focus more on swing trading. And once you start making money with other accounts, it becomes a lot easier to make money with trading, like day trading. But crazy stuff. If you guys aren't in Tesla, I'm telling you right now, that shit is gonna go crazy soon. Oh, look at this, guys. Look, thank goodness we took profits. Look at this. They dumped us before the internal high got hit. You see why I closed the trade? They dump us. Now, it doesn't mean it's not going to still hit. I think it still will, but I think they're trying to stop traders out. But that is a nasty dump. Look at that. When we don't immediately follow through after forming an order block and we stall, you have to be very cautious. A lot of traders that are in this long got really pissed right now. I bet you Dodgy's in this right now and he's like screaming. But he might have taken the trade off like I did. I don't know. He might have taken the trade off. If you haven't taken a trade yet and we get a body close above this candle, I don't think that's bad to scalp up to this internal high. No, Binoche, I don't think there was. I think there was a Fed speaker. I'll check FinJuice, but let me just check the economic calendar. We have IMF meetings. I don't know what those are. But there's nothing else. So look, we're basically retrading up here. If we close a body close above this red candle, I'm expecting us to take out this high, but it's not a model, so I wouldn't take it. But still do think that longs will work here, but we'll have to see. Yeah, the algos are relentless. People, even some of my friends that are in options, they believe that the market is a free market. I am telling you guys right now, the stock market, the futures market is all controlled. Everything happens. Nothing is by coincidence. It is all coding. Let me just look at the 3 quick. So look, we're balancing this 3-minute fair value gap. If we see a bullish reaction out of here, I think that we'll come back up and sweep this high. But I think they're just giving people problems right now. They're making it difficult for longs to work. I do still think that this is bullish on the day. But look at this PA. This is disgusting. Like, this should just follow through. This should have followed through, then it didn't. This should have followed through, then it didn't. You know what, guys? I'm not even going to try taking another trade here. This is disgusting. Thank goodness that we recognized shitty PA after we got this distribution leg and we took our profits. But this just looks like ass to me. And again, we are entering a macro here, so there's potential that this works, but exactly. We made our money, just be done, guys. Like, what am I complaining? I'm up $1,000 to this account. I drew it up 30% of the profit needed in one day, and I'm, you know, why would I risk entering again on these conditions? If the market was truly bullish, first of all, this 1-minute close would have followed through the market up to data highs. We rejected. Then we inverse this. This should have followed through at minimum to this internal high, and we rejected. So what makes me think that this is going to be another good entry here, right? Now, thankfully, I was conservative and I took my profits, right? Because I recognized bad PA. As soon as this 1-minute order block didn't continue us higher and we stalled, I cut my loss. I mean, I cut my my trade for a, what was it, like a $660 win? But the fact that now we're closing again below here just tells me this is not good. So I think what I'll do, guys, is I'll stay on for the macro. I just want to see what happens here. Just good to know what happens, and in the future, if you see this type of PA, you can maybe recognize it and take a profitable trade based on it, because you know these types of things repeat themselves. Again, my thesis is that we're just balancing this to continue higher, but let's see what happens in the macro time, which we're literally entering on this minute. So if you guys want to see how algorithms work, 10:50 to 11:10 is a macro time, and a very strong one actually. and it tends to spool price where it needs to go. In my opinion, I still think the target on the day is this data high. However, if we inverse this 3 like it's not even there, we do have a little tiny 1 minute here, and we just dump, you know that this is just not meant to be today. Triple bottom on the 3-minute FUG could be a fallout on the day. Possible. I don't think so, but we'll see what happens here. I think that we are destined to be bullish, and I think that this is just, they're creating really, really weird PA to stop traders out from their longs. That's my opinion on it, but again, I could be easily wrong. We just inversed the 3. I mean, we didn't inverse it, but because this is not an IFEG that I would take, but we didn't hold the IFEG that formed here, so that's not a good sign. Yeah, so I would definitely not be in any other trades today, guys. Another thing you could look for is the PM session. That might be decent. Because look at this chop, guys. This is like barcode city. Let's just look at the daily quick and see how the candle's forming. Ugh. Look at that. Huge wick. There is this daily order block that's holding up price. We bounce all these new week opening gaps. We bounce this 4 hours. So I do think this is potentially bullish. But again, I think the best thing to do here, guys, if you haven't taken a trade today, I probably wouldn't, but I would definitely wait for the PM session. Maybe wait for the 1150 macro, or even honestly, the 1310 macro might be better. We'll have to see what we get. But now nothing stands out. You see, look at the difference. Let me explain to you guys something really quick. Look at this leg, okay? There's all these wicks. It's very, like, barcodey. This is not a good leg, but compare it to this leg. We had 3 down close candles with a lot of space in between them. Not very wicky. It's very clean. So do you recognize the difference between this leg and this leg? This is a clean leg. This is a dirty leg. If that makes sense. This is an optimal trade right here. Okay? And you could have taken profits at this internal high or this one, whatever you want. This is a dirty leg. No, it doesn't mean it won't work, but there's no actionable setup here. Versus this was A+. So I hope you guys notice the difference between that. And again, guys, I'm staying on for the next, what is that, 13 minutes? 17 minutes? I don't even know. Whatever this macro is. Until 11:10. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so shitty, guys. Look at this. Inducement long, wick, dump. Again, if there's one really good thing to learn from this this live stream, dirty leg, clean leg. 3 bearish candles, clean FEG. No FEGs, tons of wicks, disgusting. Learn to recognize good PA from bad PA. Guys, I appreciate all the likes. That definitely helps the stream. You guys are the goats. Oh, Ahmad is here. Bro, you missed a fantastic trade. We made $1,000 today. We took this inverse fair value gap right here. By the way, guys, the guy that just joined the chat, Ahmed, he is an options degenerate. He's the one I told you about earlier when he texted me that he claims to call Riot. He's like the, Tesla, he's like the oracle of trading. So he only buys naked calls and puts, and he loses all of his money. And I've been trying to convince him to trade ICT for about maybe 2.5, 3 years since I've known him. Doesn't do shit. So yeah, he's just a degenerate, and he's also a really bad person. You know, like he scams people of all their money. really a degenerate. Ahmed, would you agree with that? And we call him Med. His name is Med for short. Exactly. Binoj knows. By the way, Binoj is a good trader. Trader versus gambler. Choose what you want to be. That's a great saying. And Med, so I told him about this IFEG here. We took this scalp for about $200. Then we took a long. Where did we take our first long, guys? I forget. Where did I scalp from? I forget. I don't even remember where the second trade was, but then we took this trade right here, this IFEG, and I made $660. Wow, Med, did you go onto the chat for 2 seconds and then leave? That's not cool, bro. God damn it. Sorry, guys. I keep doing that. Oh, Med's here. Yeah, so guys, can you attest, if Med doesn't believe me, that we took a optimal long here? I made $660. Actually, Med, you can rewind the tape if you want to see the trade live. We've taken this funded account. So I told you I'm funded, Med, but we're trying to take this funded account to 53,000. I've shown this to the group every single day. We've gone from 49,700 to almost 53,000 in a few weeks. Yeah, Med's a hater. He doesn't believe me when I tell him things because he lost a lot of money in trading and now he's salty. Yeah, guys. So this macro is almost done. Again, clean PA, dirty PA. Nothing is forming here, so we are done for the day. But I do want to see what happens at the end of the macro. Let's just see what happens by 11:10. Guys, and if you're in the stream and you haven't liked it, please do. It helps the algo, helps other people see it. Even if you're a hater, like Med, you can like the stream. By the way, guys, I am just joking. Med is a good guy. He's not really mean. He is a degenerate, though. I won't deny him that. He likes to take options on American Airlines, and he took calls on American Airlines. My name, Binoj, is Ophir. I'm not gonna give you the spelling, but it's Ophir. So Med took naked calls on American Airlines, I think. I forget which airline it was, maybe Delta. I think it was American, actually. And he lost a bunch of money on it. And right after he got basically stopped, or he lost for like a 90%, 99% loss, American Airlines just started rocketing. And he missed it. Because I keep telling him, buy shares or start trading futures. But he insists on time decay, short-dated, naked calls, and he gets wrecked every time. But yeah. Binoj, my name is Ophir. And he bought shares of Weight Watchers. Of all the companies that sell Ozempic-like products, he buys Weight Watchers. I told him to buy Hims instead. It's way more optimal. Yeah, you can call me Oph. It's a lot shorter. I told him to buy Hims instead for like the semi-glutide things. And he bought Weight Watchers instead. Let's take a look at Weight Watchers, guys. Maybe Med has done well. So, wait, is it WW? Weight Watchers. Why is it not popping up? Yeah, WW International. Ah! Wait, was this yesterday? Friday to Tuesday. Wow, that's a huge run. Hold on, let me see what this was. Oh, 198%. Whoa. Med, did you make any money with it? Oh, I got logged out. That's a blessing. We don't want to be back on our trading accounts now. Med, if you made money with that... Oh, mad. Oh, mad. Yeah, I know you didn't make money with it, because if you did, you would have blown up my texts. Mad, bro. I don't get it, man. There's so many better things you could be trading. This today, bro, there were so many good opportunities. Though there's a bunch of chop, this was A+. This was A+. I think I took a short here, maybe. I don't remember. This was A+. There was a lot of good things here. What's your expiration then for the Weight Watchers call? Bro, they could make so much money from GLP-1. I don't give a shit what they could make money on. I could care less about that. What I care about is if a setup is optimal, not after a freaking meme stock goes up 192% and you enter on a retracement. Oh, you bought shares. Oh, that's right. Oh, bro. Wait, we talked about Weight Watchers like last week, didn't we? Why didn't you enter? Why didn't you hold the shares from then? I know, man, but wait. We talked about Weight Watchers last week, okay? If we look at Weight Watchers, this move happened... Oh, wait. This happened on October 8th. Oh, I'm looking at a 4-hour chart here. My bad, guys. I thought this was the daily for some reason. Okay, yeah, I get it. You chase the dragon. You chase the dragon instead of front-running it. You entered at $1.57, so on the retracement somewhere here. $1.57, bro. Oh my god. On the first leg or the second leg? Did you enter here or here? Because this would have been a much better place to enter. On the first retracement, not on the second. This is an inverse fair value gap. You would have gotten destroyed. You literally entered exactly where I would enter short. Look at this, guys. I'm going to teach you guys. It works on everything, okay? We had this internal high. It got swept. Liquidity gets swept. Bullish fair value gap gets formed. We close below it right here. I enter the trade. So literally where Med entered is where I enter a short. So I would have been up 30%. No, I would have been up. Let's see here. Yeah, I would have been up 31% while Med's down. So you are literally my liquidity, Med. I think that's so funny. Bro is literally my liquidity. So crazy how that works. Literally, exactly where you entered is my entry. That's amazing. Man, we have so much to teach you, bro. So much to teach you. Oh, guys, hold on. Med, if you want to stay on for a trade, this looks good, guys. I didn't look at the 2 or the 3. This 5-minute looks fantastic too, guys. So whichever one you want to enter on, the 3 or the 5, if we get this fair value gap to close above, right here, this is going to be a nice long entry. And in my opinion, we could easily go up to data highs on NQ. If you're wondering, Med, because you're a degen and you don't really know what that looks like on QQQ, it's right here. I think we could easily go up to 493 on NQ today. But, oh shoot. So guys, if we get this 3 or this 5 minute inverse, this would be the long setup. And you know what? I'm not going to enter that, but we can watch it. Again, yeah, this is just shit. Look how we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. There's no follow through, no continuation. Guys, I'm going to get off here. This could be it, guys. So here's one other thing I would theorize. Maybe we take out this internal low, trade into the new day opening gap, and then we book it higher. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, bad AM session leads to typically can lead to a good PM session. Going to be on tomorrow. Best upspin, probably not. But again, I recommend just follow me on... Well, first of all, you can subscribe if you haven't. That way you can see when I do go on. But if you make an X account, I post when I'm going to go live on X. I may go live tomorrow, but probably not. And again, if you guys want to see what my account looks like, this is it. Checkmate Trading. You guys can you can follow me there. But yeah, tomorrow, if you guys look at the economic calendar, there's not really any good news. I think there's consumer sentiment tomorrow. Maybe I will go live tomorrow. I think there might be some decent movement. So keep an eye out. I think I'd say maybe a 60% chance I go live tomorrow. Let's see how the rest of today delivers, PA wise, and then we'll decide. Give me a sec. I gotta close these blinds. It's way too bright. It's messing up my screen. Dude, Tesla, 251 on the day. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off in 2 minutes. But here's something I will note to you guys. If you haven't taken a trade today, we did sweep this internal low. If we get a 3-minute inverse above here, I will take that live. I will take that on the cash account. Excuse me. I think that's really good. If we get a 3-minute inverse here. If we don't, we don't. But I do like it. So that's just something I'll leave you guys with. And with that, best of luck to you with the rest of your day. If you've made money, quit trading. If you haven't made money, that's an okay setup. But I wish you guys the best. Med, peace out. The best setup, men, peace out. Benoj, peace out. Whoever else is here, Cores, have a good one, guys. See you guys potentially tomorrow. So keep